Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My friend Nick sent me his prototype of the Orion Calamity. This is his dive watch. It's a very impressive little diver that I really appreciate some of the elements that he's incorporated here. So I'll start by putting some specs on the screen so you guys can see the size and the dimensions. That is one of the highlights for me. I love the 39mm size. You know, that's a classic size, you know, even for a sport watch. And check out this side profile. We have 11mm in height. That makes a difference on the wrist, I think. And it's really well done. I mean, check out the beveling on the case, the domed sapphire crystal with the AR coating on the underside. And my favorite feature, which is the case back here. You can see an ever so slightly curved case back that is screwed in or bolted into the case. Everything from the sapphire crystal to the metal portion of the case back has that nice curvature, so it's gonna fit and conform to the wrist really well. And those little details, you know, from the finishing to the size and the curvature, just make this a very comfortable watch. It just melts on the wrist. You kind of forget that you're wearing it at times, and I appreciate that attention to detail. That is very welcome, especially from a new company like Orion. You know, this is their first dive watch, and it's very well done. I mean, it's apparent, and as you guys can see from the video here, it's very sharp. You know, just check out that polished ceramic bezel. It's indexed and it's loomed, so you can, you know, it does light up in low light situations. We have applied markers here, deep filled with Superluminova BGW9, beveled hands, orange on the second hand, and also on the 666 feet designation in the text. Just make it very subtle, very well thought out, very symmetrical. There's no date, you know, kind of messing up the symmetry of the dial. So I really like what Nick has done with the design. I think it is strong. You know, I like the large knurled crown and how the bezel grip also carries that same knurling. So, you know, you can tell, Nick, if you're watching this, you can tell you really put some thought and effort into this watch. It has not gone unnoticed. Now the movement in here is the ETA 2892. Again, you can see it through that display case back. Now I have to mention, this one is just the prototype, so it is pretty austere there. I'll put in a picture of what the final version is intended to look like. It's going to have a larger logo. It's going to be dressed up. I think it's going to be really fun to look at through that case back. But I just had to mention, you know, this is the prototype. There are a couple other changes that will happen between this one and the production version. The bracelet's going to get a larger polished bevel on the side of the links and also the clasp. And then the clasp is going to get a diver's extension as well, which is not present here on this prototype. But overall, Nick has done a very solid job of offering an original design that's well executed. It's got great balance. And again, that size is just perfect for me. I really like the way this just put, the way it feels on the wrist. It's nicely executed. So what would be any negative or drawbacks in my opinion? I think the big one that people will mention is the price. You know, this is going to come in a lot more than Nick's first watch. This is, I think the pre-order is $1,400, which is pretty pricey for a new company. But I will say that, you know, holding this in hand, seeing the details, you know, feeling the bezel action, all the little things that Nick has put into this, I mean, you can see where the money's going. Absolutely. This is not your run-of-the-mill micro-brand diver. This is very well thought out and well executed. But I do recognize that some people will be uncomfortable with this price point. So anyways, guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'll put a link to Orion watch in the description. You guys can see the other colors that Nick's offering. I love the drab version, the green version. I think that's going to look really, really good. So thanks for taking the time to watch. Big shout out to Nick for letting us take a look at his awesome Calamity diver. Really well done, top to bottom. So again, thanks guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.